guys, how are you doing today? This time I made a video about pre-talk or pre-conversation. So, are you having a difficult time in what to talk about during your pre-conversation, and when and how to ask questions when your student selected a pre-talk or pre-conversation to you? So, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But before anything else, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, or if you like it at the end of the video, then feel free to subscribe. And let's dive into it. Hi guys, I'm back. So as I mentioned earlier, our topic for today is about pre-talk or pre-conversation with a student. And when they selected pre-talks, of course, as a teacher online, you should be always ready. I usually do this when I ask my student upon grade test. I ask them right away if they have topic in mind that they would like to expand or discuss about. So if they don't have any topic in mind, that's your problem. So it's like it will test your flexibility on how are you going to set your pre-topic or your pre-conversation. So it will test on how quick is your thinking and what to talk about, because the first thing that comes into our mind when we say pre-conversation is like anything goes, anything that you would like to talk about, or it would be dependent on the interests of student or the topic that they can give you. But be able, if they give you a topic, then be able to discuss it right away. So you should at least you should have a knowledge or a question that you're going to ask them to be able for you to develop your topic really well. So the first thing that I'm actually asking my student about, so before that, the rule of here in the pre-conversation is allow your student to have like a 70% discussion, which should be coming from your student, and 30% from you. So if you want to discuss or develop your ideas or her ideas, 30% will only is coming from you. That's the rule. And what you can do is, there is actually a list of ESL topics that you may want to include in your discussion, like be able to put that readily or quickly in your resources. ESL topics such as the social problems, the political issues or economic issues, and the daily news that you would want to talk about with your student. It's not so important if they have a knowledge on it, or if they know how to talk or develop about it, for as long as you can set the tone of your pre-talk or pre-conversation. So meaning you're going to make them feel relaxed first, and you're going to set the pace of your pre-talk or conversation. It's up to you actually to handle your pre-talk or pre-conversation, because you are considered the captain of the ship. So it's just like leading them to the right idea or leading them to the right questions for them to develop the main idea, and then the sub-ideas they would want to interject or to give to you during the pre-talk. And one thing more, if they don't have any topic then in mind, that I usually ask them like their personal background, or just a little bit of themselves. And of course, some students do not want ask like a basic question. For example, their hobby, and what specialty or what kind or specific job or type of industry that they're in right now. So in that way, if they're voluntarily telling you that information, you can have a way to ask them and dig some more questions, like in a casual way. Of course, do not make it so rigid or very strict. So just talking to a friend, like chatting, having a chat. So for example, so what do you do, and how long have you been in that company, and what type of an industry you're in right now, and what challenges or difficulty do you usually encounter when you deal with your clients, and how are you coping up with the challenges, difficult times or difficult challenges when, for example, your client is demanding you to achieve or to target their deadline set. So it should be within their expectation. And what do you usually do if, for example, your client is going to call you like, we're going to change this content, and if you can actually tailor it with our requirement, it's just like a minute change. So that's the type of question that I usually ask with my students. And of course, at the end, of course, it's like spending your time in developing or blooming that ideas or questions. Of course, they can relate really well, and they will feel relaxed and very comfortable in in answering your question. So in that way, you can also ask any question that you may like. Of course, that should not be in a personal to them. Just ask like a general question or general statement, so they will feel comfortable in relating to your situation or question. And remember to let the story bloom, or develop your topic in a natural way. So at the end, the student will feel that the the story or the pre-conversation is really of value to them or very worthwhile. So at the end, at the end of the conversation, or before I end the conversation, I actually ask them what is their priority, or what is their primary motivation in life, why they want to continue with this job, especially if they told me like they're 30 years 25 years in their job, and yet they're still working. And I'm going to ask them, what made you decide to stay for that long? Like, because some people don't want really to stay that long. So what makes your company be of great importance to you, or be of asset to you? So why are you satisfied with your job? So they're going to identify the reason why they want to stay on that job, or on their company. So it's like developing the main ideas, and then there's a sub ideas on it. So in that sub ideas, you can actually think you can only think you can think of what question you're going to ask next. So you should be actually creative enough to ask your question in a nice way, not really that rigid. Okay, so that's it. So in summary, pre-conversation and pre-topic is really enjoyable. So it's up to you to handle your lesson well, like to really expand the topic in such a way that your student will feel relaxed and really seeing the value of what they're asking them. So it's like there's a lesson, or there's a realization from the student that you know what you're talking about, and they are going to realize what's their Okay, what are they going to prioritize? In that way, your aim is for you to have a friendly conversation. At the same time, they realize that is this really important to me? And you can make them realize that pre-conversation that you had a pre-conversation with them, that it's really worth it for you, for them to talk to you about something, and then they're going to come back if they really enjoyed, or they have enjoyed talking to you. So that's your aim, that's your purpose, and not asking them anything that is not, that they don't have really such feeling of answering you, because your question is out of topic or out of line. So because sometimes student cannot really answer your question because they will be bored. Okay, so don't really make them bored in your free conversation, otherwise they're going to complain or they're going to make a bad comment, and then because it's like they have a bad experience in this teacher because of the kind of questions that they're asking. So they will put that in the comment, like the next time they would they would come to a pre-conversation with other teacher, they're going to comment, I had this, please do not ask me this question because I will be bored, or treat me as advanced, not in the basic. I'm not interested in your basic question. So give them a wonderful experience as a whole. All right, I hope you have learned about this tip that I gave you in this conversation as well. This is one's like a free conversation as well, anything goes. All right, thank you so much and have a nice day. I'll see you once again. Bye.